Everyone, this is Matt with Life Beyond the Paycheck with Highline Financial Coaching. I'm excited today to talk to you about one of the topics that a lot of people get really excited about, and that is owning an Airbnb, investing in an Airbnb, and if it's a good option for you. We've coached hundreds of people into investment properties, and a lot of them take the route of owning an Airbnb. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story. So when I started to get my finances in order, it was right during COVID. And one of the people I was working with had bought a property in the big city next to us. So I live in Utah, and Salt Lake City was where he bought his property. And at first I thought he was crazy buying in this area, especially during COVID, because we had no idea how the market was going to react. Well, after he bought it, I think he had 95% occupancy for one of the crazier months of COVID. So it was in 2020 in the month of June, and had that 97% occupancy because a lot of people were doing staycations and they were staying close to home, they were renting it. And then later that year, he called me and said that there was one available in his building. And so I had already seen all the numbers. I saw how well it would produce. And so I ended up buying that Airbnb. And the first year, my wife and I and our family, we took care of it. We managed it. We cleaned it. So every time somebody was up there, we'd drive up and clean it. And we did that so that we could get to know the market, see how it worked. And we were in a great location. So we're right in the heart of Salt Lake City. We're about 45 minutes from 8 different ski resorts during the wintertime. Close to all the mountains, so when people are there in the summertime, it works really well. So we do have a few slow seasons, but overall, this property's been awesome. The first year we were there, we were required to pay a big chunk of money to help renovate the building because there was an earthquake in Salt Lake a couple of years ago that damaged some of the structure of the building, and so they needed to dig down, reinforce the foundation, and so right away, we were thinking it was a horrible investment, that we weren't going to be able to pay the $15,000, $16,000 to be able to renovate that. Well, our condo paid for it. We didn't pay a dime out of our own pocket. All of the money came from the condo, and since they did it in 3 different payments during the year, we were able to get that taken care of. So we've had some crazy events with the Airbnb. We've had the condo above us flooded into ours one time. We had to get it renovated. We had to buy all the furniture. We had to fix it. We've had great clients, great guests, and we've had crappy guests. So as this market is a different market than the long-term investment property. So if you're buying a rental and you want to rent it out long-term, it's going to be a lot different. So whether this is your first property or your 10th property, Highline Financial Coaching, we'd like to help people get into these properties. I have a friend right now that is down buying a property in Costa Rica. It's a vacation property, and whether that's what you're looking for or whether you're looking for something that can generate income for you and your family. The property that we have up in Salt Lake is purely for generating income. We've stayed there a few times, but it's right downtown. I like to be away from the big city, so unless I'm going to a sporting event up there, we don't utilize it a lot, but it has been awesome for when people come into town. We're able to make more money doing that than we would in any other area. And since we bought during COVID, the prices skyrocketed. We got in with a great interest rate, and the prices skyrocketed. So I'm not telling you that this is going to be the best option for everybody, but if it's something you're interested in, we love coaching people into that position, and you're probably a lot closer than you think. So also, owning an Airbnb isn't just about buying the property. It's about creating an experience, maximizing your returns, and staying on top of your finances to make sure everything works smoothly. So I have I have another friend I talked to this last weekend that was saying that he doesn't know too many people that are in this market that have been able to make money on Airbnbs. But if you do the correct things, get your finances in order, you can make it so that it can be a very beneficial and lucrative investment if it's done correctly. So we're here to help you get into that position, make sure the money's there, and be able to help you prepare to buy that first property, because it can be very nerve-wracking, and it can also be a lot of fun to be able to get into something that's making you money overnight. It's very enjoyable when you wake up in the morning and you know that you got paid overnight for not having to do anything but own a property. So that's one of the ways that we coach people into getting into a better investment. Also, we provide plans to help people strategize and make their finances available to be able to get in. Because a lot of times, since an Airbnb is an investment property, when you go to get a mortgage for it, it is treated as an investment property. So you will pay a little bit higher interest rate. The down payment's going to be bigger. So you want to make sure that you have those funds and are liquid enough to be able to cover that. But it can also be a great tool to boost your assets and be able to help you prepare for either retirement or grow your portfolio or diversify in some other areas. So with the right support, the dream of having an Airbnb is totally achievable. And we've got a great team here to help you do that. We've got a lot of plans to be able to do that. And so at Highline Financial Coaching, we have helped hundreds of people get in and prepare for their first or 10th investment property. So we'd love to be able to help you and help you get to that next level. So please, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Send this to somebody who's interested in getting into that market. We'd love to help them out and get them there. So this is Matt with Highline Financial Coaching. Thank you.